Hi, it's Kim Boon. Let's talk about the issues that matter to Singapore. Today, we will visit all the hoo-ha going on with chocolate finance. And I must have been living in a cave or something because I have absolutely no idea what this company was until this week. So if you're also lost, let's quickly catch you up. If I needed to summarize in one sentence, chocolate finance is like a digital bank that has a debit card with good rewards. So their popularity was due to their attractive value proposition to customers. So they offered an attractive 3 to 3.3% interest for the money you leave with them that could be withdrawn there instantly. Also, their debit card was almost too good to be true. You know that almost all banks offer some form of a rewards card, and you usually get points or miles or cashback in exchange for your spending. And usually each card specializes their rewards so that they have competitive advantage in specific areas like utilities payment, education, travel, etc. So the chocolate finance debit card was one that rewarded max miles that could be exchanged for hotel stays, airfare, and other kinds of lifestyle options. But more importantly, the offer was very attractive because it offered an equivalent of about 3.6% in cash returns.
Now, in order to be the most awesome card in the world, what we tried to do was make it an all-inclusive card, which meant that we even allowed payments on things like AXS.
So that was the CEO of Chocolate Finance. I hope that you caught the part about AXS. You know how you can pay almost anything through AXS? Well, if you used the Chocolate Finance card, you could earn miles off those payments. And that was something that no or few competitors offered. And think about how crazy that is.
But what we found actually was there was a little bit of overutilization of that, or a little bit of gaming of the utilization of that to maximize miles.
But then, I mean seriously, who doesn't have bills? Anybody who owns a chocolate finance card will always ensure that all their payments go through AXS because that is such a consistent way to maximize their mile accumulations each month. And guess what? Customers are not stupid and did exactly that.
And we realized quite quickly that this overutilization was going to make the program not sustainable over the long term.
Okay, think about what the CEO just said. And like most disasters in the making, this was an accumulation of mistake after mistake. First, when debit cards are used to buy things, stores usually pay a fee to Visa or MasterCard for each purchase. So that fee is then shared with the card issuer, like Chocolate Finance, and that fee can then be used to subsidize the rewards for their customers. So when a transaction happens through AXS, there are no fees. So Chocolate Finance bears the full cost of the rewards. And the CEO knows this operating reality, and that was mistake number one. Mistake number two, the company operates in Singapore, one of the most kiasu country in the world. We literally have people who analyze the best credit card deals and vouchers to optimize spending down to the cents. And he did not anticipate that customers will maximize the AXS path. I think that's quite shocking. And these are exactly why the company's strategy to sponsor AXS miles through other non-AXS transactions was just wishful thinking. And all of that came to a horrible end recently.
And we had to address that. So what we did was we turned the AXS usage off.
Okay, so they made a strategic mistake and they had to take back one of their key value propositions to their customers. To me, that's unfortunate, but it happens. But the mistakes did not end here.
Where we made a mistake, I think, was that we didn't communicate it as well as we should have with our customers. And so it did become a bit of a surprise to customers when we turned it off. And when we didn't communicate well about how we did it, I think there was a lot of unhappiness, I guess, that such a lucrative benefit was suddenly cut short.
So what the CEO said does not even begin to describe the horrendous way the company communicated to their customers about the AXS termination. First, they offered zero notice before turning off the AXS payment option. And the reason they gave was because it will make their utilization worse. So let me translate that for what it meant to me. The company is essentially saying, I'm screwing over our customers so that I won't get hurt financially. That is not customer first at all. Second, they updated their website FAQ and implied that it was AXS that initiated the removal. And this was only edited after several hours to acknowledge that this was actually done at their own discretion. That is really uncalled for.
And that generated a little bit of unhappiness in our customer base, and I totally understand that, because who wouldn't be unhappy when something cool gets taken off?
So customers being a bit unhappy is quite an understatement, because this series of mistakes in communication caused many customers to withdraw their money, since they no longer see value in the Chocolate Finance value proposition. So the flurry of withdrawals led to Chocolate Finance taking away another one of their value, instant withdrawals.
So when a customer wants to withdraw his money, he makes a redemption request, and in the ordinary course of that, would normally, under industry standards, take 2 to 3 days or more for that money to clear. It's always going to clear. Now, when we had a large amount of withdrawals, we had to also now slow down the liquidity program that we'd put on top, because we couldn't really deal with the amount of flow that emerged as a result of the market landscape at the time.
This again was another lesson in communication. Customers are angry with the stealth change in AXS transactions. Customers want to leave, and customers cannot leave instantly, as promised. And all the CEO had to offer was that waiting a few days was aligned with industry standards. So let me break that down into an analogy. You know how F&B customer service in Singapore is generally not great? So when Hai Di Lao came to Singapore, they differentiated themselves by providing exceptional customer service. And they were rewarded with loyal customers and continued to expand in Singapore for many years. In fact, if you spotted bad service for one of their staff, you can give feedback that will be actioned on very seriously by the store manager. Now, imagine one day you did that and the store manager told you, it's okay, there is bad service this time, but other restaurants also have bad service. Would you accept that? Also, this liquidity event likely caused more panic with customers. Imagine that you heard that you cannot withdraw money when you needed it. Are you still going to leave your money with a company for another day? So it reminds me of a phrase from the show Billions. So it's mildly crude, so I adapted it so that this is a PG-13. So it goes like this. If someone said that Charlie had molested a goat, even if the goat came out and denies it, he goes to the grave as Charlie the goat molester. Liquidity is exactly like that. If you even have signs that you don't have liquidity, even if you do, no one believes it.
Now, at the right time, once customers become a little bit more over this current AXS thing, and Chocolate resumes its ordinary course practice, and customer behavior resumes to the way it's been so far, we will of course reinstate the liquidity program, because we believe it is an absolutely cool thing to be able to do in our fund management universe.
And for what it's worth, instant withdrawal will come back at some point, even if AXS transactions are not. So that's all we have today for the Red Dot perspective. What started as a bank run on a finance company turned out to be lessons in customer service and communications. Are you a past or current customer of Chocolate Finance? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Until next time, take care.